One of the common questions that I get from students as I'm teaching my public speaking masterclass is, how do I have influence on my team? Or how do I have influence with my senior leadership? And the question that I counter with is, how do you want the other party to feel? Anytime you're giving a talk or anytime you're giving some kind of impactful speech, the three things that you really want to think about are, what are the three emotions that I want my audience to feel? Is it fascination? Is it inspiration? Is it surprise? For me, in 2013, I gave a TED Talk, and the topic that everybody got in that series was rethinking failure. So I took the audience through three different sub-stories in my life where I experienced failure. But I didn't just tell you that I experienced failure when I was, at my first job. I didn't tell you about the failure that I had when I was, leaving my home. I showed you. I described each sub-story in detail and let you feel the heartbreak and let you feel the rejection that I was experiencing at that time. I finished the talk by sharing how I felt today on the subject of failure. I shared that I wasn't perfect, but the way that I'm rethinking failure is that I'm talking about it. And so for me to be able to share how I feel about things also makes me more accessible to my audience, and it shows a little bit of vulnerability. And I can see to the fact that you need to demonstrate a little bit of courage to be that vulnerable, but you don't have to give away the farm. But just sharing a little bit about where you stand today on a subject also allows that kind of feeling to have access or have a little more of an aperture into who you are. The final bonus point that I want to leave you with is that when you present new information to an audience, whether that's making a new connection between two old things or a totally new concept, that actually triggers a chemical in your brain called dopamine. And the more information is new, the more dopamine is released. It's, by the way, the same chemical that's released when you get a like on Facebook. So if you think about it through that paradigm, you can understand how you can be more impactful when you're doing your public speaking. All right, this cohort of my public speaking masterclass, Speak with Confidence and Learn to Command a Room, is already underway, but you can enroll in the next cohort that's starting up on October 22nd. All you got to do is email me at info@ladydrinks.com, and I would love to hear from you and learn where you are challenged in your public speaking goals. I hope you're having a great Thursday.